Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. If the roles were reversed, Internet reacts as Sha'Carri Richardson takes accountability over airport domestic violence incident with Christian Coleman. Track and field sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson is responding to the domestic violence incident between her and fellow athlete Christian Coleman on July 27th in Seattle, following which she was arrested and placed in custody for a day. In a video uploaded to her Instagram stories, Richardson reflected on her life and future and shared that she is going to be holding herself more accountable for her actions. As Richardson's video became viral online, netizens reacted to the Olympian's message, noting the underlying complexity of a situation when a female celebrity stands accused of violence against a partner. Many fans took to social media to argue that Richardson's apology was inadequate and she would have faced harsher consequences if a man had been arrested on the same counts. One netizen expressed their opinion and simply wrote. Another netizen took to X to compare Richardson's video and stance with that of a man in a similar position, and added, "Many people across social media pointed out the fact that Richardson did not say, 'I am sorry' in her video." An X user posted a meme in reaction to Richardson's video and asked, while applauding Richardson for addressing the incident. Another user noted that Richardson did not apologize and wrote, comparing Richardson's video with the comments made by Christian Coleman. Another user added, reactions to Richardson's post were balanced, with many netizens also appreciating the fact that Richardson attempted to take responsibility for her actions. A netizen wrote on X, Sha'Carri Richardson and Christian Coleman react to the incident between them in Seattle. On July 27th, Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport after she was spotted repeatedly pushing her boyfriend, Christian Coleman, causing him to crash into a column, as per People magazine. At the time, Richardson was released as Coleman refused to press charges and be defined as a victim. A few days later, Coleman commented on the incident and defended Richardson, as per USA Today. While speaking to the media at the U.S. Track and Field Championships, he said, about a week later, surveillance footage of the incident was released by TMZ, which showed that Coleman tried to get away from Richardson, but she kept bumping into him. Now, about 2 weeks after the incident, Richardson broke her silence and said, Richardson also said that she refuses to run away from the situation and added that she is grateful for her fans' support, who have always held her accountable. If the roles were reversed, Internet reacts as Sha'Carri Richardson takes accountability in airport domestic violence incident with Christian Coleman. Imagine the headlines. Christian Coleman arrested after airport incident. Sha'Carri Richardson taking accountability. The scene flips, and suddenly, the public reaction shifts in seismic ways. The real incident, as it actually happened, on July 27, 2025, at Seattle, Tacoma International Airport, Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested and detained for nearly 19 hours after reportedly shoving her boyfriend, fellow sprinter Christian Coleman, into a wall, grabbing his backpack, and allegedly throwing headphones at him. The Cut, India Times, New York Post, People.com. Video footage captured her physically pushing him even as he tried to walk away. New York Post, India Times. Coleman declined to press charges and publicly defended Richardson, urging grace, love, and understanding for her emotional struggles. People.com. Jamaica Observer. Pulse Sports Nigeria. Now flip it. What if Coleman were the one arrested? 1. Social media outrage and gender bias. Immediate reaction, less sympathy, more outrage. If Coleman, a male athlete, had shoved Richardson, Twitter and X would erupt with stronger condemnation. The dominant perception? You can't hit a woman. Double standards. Public outrage often spikes when male-to-female violence is perceived, even if provoked. The conversation would center on privilege, abuse of power, and male entitlement. 2. Media narratives altered. Instead of nuanced commentary about emotional struggles, headlines might read, Track star Christian Coleman arrested. Public demands apology sanctions. Explanations suggesting emotional overwhelm, she's human, she has struggles, would hold less traction. Gendered expectations, men shouldn't show vulnerability, would dominate. 3. Crowd compassion, but different. Richardson's emotional supporters might rally, pointing to her past controversies, resilience, and perseverance, invoking themes like, for Sha'Carri, it's another hurdle. Coleman, presumed aggressor, would likely receive far less empathetic treatment. Conversations might echo, track him fine, but not Sha'Carri. 4. Coleman's apology versus Richardson's accountability. In this alternate reality, Coleman might publicly own up, I'm sorry, I lost control. Even so, many would still demand punitive consequences, suspensions, loss of sponsorship, public shaming. The tone set by apology changes nothing. Societal forgiveness is often gendered. Women apologizing for violence frequently receive softer landing. 5. Sponsorship fallout and career impacts. Brands are risk-averse. A male athlete admitting violent behavior, even reluctantly, would face swift consequences. Richardson retaining support as a complex, flawed but talented figure would be less likely. Coleman might be dropped from endorsements, meetings with officials, and face internal disciplinary action. The narrative of defending emotional struggle would be overshadowed by zero tolerance for male-perpetrated violence. Creative scene, online reaction. On X, formerly Twitter. Flipped roles. At Track Queen Sha. OMG, I'm shocked. Christian, what were you thinking? Domestic violence is never okay. Take responsibility. At Run with Ethics. Why is he being framed as stressed? There's always accountability. Equal standards. At Empower Her Now. Let's see if sponsors treat this the same way they treat Sha'Carri's past. Shameful double standard. At Neutral Fan. Regardless of gender, assault is unacceptable. But I guarantee the tone of empathy would be far less. On Instagram stories. A flurry of memes and story polls. Should he be suspended? Yes/absolutely. Clips of Richardson's previous comeback with captions like, she's been through enough, stop villainizing her. Reddit threads. r/track and field. Honestly, I give her grace. She's had her share of controversy. But he just took the power in a relationship he was suspected to share. If roles reversed, people would say he had no right. It doesn't matter who starts it. Violence is violence. Reflective closing. Flipping the narrative shines a light on how society processes domestic violence through a gendered lens. Accountability feels filtered by expectations. When a woman errs, empathy and redemption are more readily offered. When a man errs, condemnation often echoes louder. If Richardson had been the one holding the microphone saying, I'm sorry, I take full responsibility, the reaction would be vastly different than if Coleman were apologizing. It's an uncomfortable truth. Empathy isn't always equitably distributed.